underway. It's June 21st, 2021. So 6/21/21. We left the dock a little while ago. Thought I'd get the stream going, but we got into a little bit of a precarious area. Chalette River. We're passing through there, and it's extremely shallow. I didn't realize how shallow that was, but we got through it. I wish I actually would have been live streaming, because there was a boat just outside the Chalette River, which doesn't appear to be very navigable. When I looked back across there, it looked like waves, crashing over sandbars. I don't know why he was even out there, especially the day after a hurricane. It takes the seas about a day or two to settle down, and it's probably them right now. So FYI, if you ever out near the ocean and a storm has just passed by, it's going to be whipped up for a day or two. I can tell you a story about that. But let me turn the camera around. Let's see. Got my thing up there, y'all. It's hot. Alright, trying to keep that sun off of us. I'm gonna tell you, things definitely changing. As far as, like I said, there's still some mud here, but that inlet back there was very sandy. Those are the beach houses right over there. Y'all can see. Those are beach houses. We're in the inlet, so we're not, I don't know, half a mile from the ocean. Yeah, underway, pretty good. We were at a marina last night. Probably not the best place to stay on the weekends. Probably fine during the week because of all the boats. It's not, for some reason, they don't have a no wake signs out. Although by law, you're supposed to slow down when passing a marina, but obviously people don't do that. And it was pretty bumpy. I gotta say, it was pretty bumpy. I could tell after Sunday evening when all the boats started getting off the water that it was a lot better. But we were Ocean Isle Marina and Yacht Club. The people there are super nice. Well-priced marina. If you're coming through during the week, stop in there. It's a good price marina, not high dollar. They've got fuel, there's stores nearby. It's a really nice little marina. Just tough on the boats passing. Again, during the week it wouldn't be bad. Every weekend it's the same way. Let's see. Let me open up so I can see comments. Hopefully the stream is good today. Looks to be pretty good. So I'll give you a shout out on a marker here in just a second. Kind of get an idea. But pretty much we're about 17 miles south of Southport. Right at the Cape Fear River. If you look on a map, Cape Fear River, you've heard a lot about it. It holds up to its name. The shoal there at Cape Fear River, according to all the reading I've done by multiple sources, excuse me, offshore, the shoaling that occurs there, it moves around so much because two different directions of water are coming together. There's a dolphin out there. I don't know if that's what that boat's stopping the video. Right, just off to the starboard side. But according to all of what I've read, that shoal sinks more boats on the eastern coast than any other inlet around, and I can see why if you look at the shoals. The shoals there move around like constantly moving. So even some of the more, oh, there we go. It's killing, it's getting fish, seeing hitting with its tail. What they do is disorient them, hit them, disorient them, and then they just munch on them. Y'all see that? They're fishing, a couple of them. Oh yeah, nicely. Man, wish my dad would have been in front of us. Been easier to video. Super shallow in here, so I got to be careful. Very shallow. It's low tide. Low tide right now. But yeah, we got a nice little protected place tonight to be anchored in. It shows, if you look at windy, it shows offshore being pretty rough, and I'm sure it is. The wind in here, I guess we got 10 to 15 today out of the south, which it's behind us. If you look at my wind indicator, aka my sunshade, it's coming from directly behind us. It should be helping us a little bit, pushing us along. So we'll stay there, and then tomorrow we'll catch that Cape River just perfectly, let it on the perfect tide. You don't want to fight that one. It's a pretty strong tide there, and just let it carry us right up the river. I think it's only like 12 miles, and then you cut through, I believe it snows cut into Carolina Beach. David, good morning. Chuck, good morning, sir. Low ready, permission to come aboard. We might have some full house today. Y'all get on. B.A. Lamont, what's happening, Paul? Morning, Clyde. Good morning. Chris Williams, what's happening? Moving a lot lately, yep. Well, I tell you, we've been moving to get through pretty much some of the South Carolina areas to get up here to North Carolina. So we'll slow back down, enjoy some of these cities. There's several free docks on what's called the Albemarle Loop. Y'all are getting to come along on all them. We'll stop and stay. Some of them are 2 days, 3 days. Each one of them we'll stay on, might as well. And starboard engine making a little jumpy there. We'll stay on those docks as we work up through. There's so many towns: Belhaven, Morehead City, several places there. But I think Marty's got a friend in Morehead City, so he might be able to hook us up on a dock there. So yeah, when we get in North Carolina, we're slowing back down. We'll be ahead of schedule. We're actually in North Carolina. Let me take that back. So here it is. We're supposed to be in North Carolina in July, but the cool thing about it is that means we can take our time, stay each place a couple of days on the hook or on mooring balls or at a free dock, get to explore those areas, do some more meetups. So yeah, we'll probably, if I had to guess, try to shoot for our next meetup in not Carolina Beach, but Wrightsville Beach, guys. That'll be probably the next one. We'll look at doing a meetup there at Wrightsville Beach. We should be able to anchor in pretty close there, and we'll find a little restaurant or something, and we'll do a little meetup there. We talking probably this weekend, actually. Little kid, I was waving at him. And a kid waving. Yep. Whole family, having a great time. That's what it's all about. Get out there and do it. David Ferguson, morning from Texas. Stephen, morning from the UK. All right. Robert, morning from Central Michigan. Already riding along on the dash. We doing the dash, baby. I turned out a video yesterday. Hopefully y'all seen it. I thought it was super cool. I thought the whole video was super cool, but going to the Marine Sanctuary. I hope y'all seen that. Check it out if you didn't. It's pretty cool. My first time on a shrimp boat. And part 2 is going to be really cool. The ladies explain what all we see. Talk a lot about the ecology of the waters and different things. I think it was a really good video, so y'all check it out Also, we were in Pelican Bay, did a little bit of exploring there. I did some work on Good Times. And let's see. So y'all check that video out. I was looking at something. BA Lamont, where we stopping in North Carolina. So yeah, that pretty much Southport, near there's a boat ramp. I'll shout it out when we get there. We're gonna fuel up today. My buddy Mountain Man Jim Reddick is en route now. He'll meet us there, and we'll get fueled up later this afternoon, or actually probably do it in the morning, because the tide is right about noon. So yeah, we probably will do that in the morning, and then we'll jump off and head to Carolina Beach. Go in Carolina Beach, anchor up there. There are mooring balls, but I probably just anchor. John, good morning. Sorry I missed you at Barefoot Landing. Got to chat with Marty though. Good deal. Barefoot Landing was a pretty cool place. I understand that they're supposed to be doing a lot of work on that. Man, they need to make some free docks there. It doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't. Mike Codwell, how you doing? Dino, good morning to you. Robert, hope you had a great Father's Day. I did. Unfortunately, you know, I guess one downside to being on the loop is not around my children. But as my daughter said, I'm out here chasing dreams. So I guess we can let one ride by. We'll catch up for sure next time. Gary, howdy from Oklahoma, getting some much needed rain today. He said, friends, hit that like button. Thank you, Gary. Good, always a good reminder there. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button if you enjoy what we're doing. So I'm gonna do a giveaway. Probably mention, I just want to give a t-shirt away, so I'm looking for a good reason. Is I'm about to go over, I think, 7,000 subscribers, so we'll do something. I'm probably going to be something like if you share it on your social media or something, but give me a day or so and I'll talk about that. But yeah, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, share it with your friends. I imagine they would. Paul Torres, morning. Let's see, John says winds will drop by Wednesday morning above Wilmington. Many of the inlets are very similar to Cape Fear. Okay. Yep. Extreme limits. You guys come to Wilmington? No, we're not going to go. It's a, that's a good little ways up that river. Unfortunately, we won't do that. We're going to go along the coast. Ken, good morning, sir. Star, your message is covered up for some reason. Mountain Man Jim Reddick says he'll be here in about 4 hours. He must be riding along. Extreme Limit says Scenic is a great restaurant. Where's that at, bud? What city is that in? Brad, good morning, Captain, from Muggy, Florida. Yep. It said Winklewood again, but I know you're in Inglewood. Keeps doing that. I hear you, brother. It's a little muggy today, but we're about to get, what is it, Wednesday, I think, or tomorrow? A little cooler front. No cold front, but a cooler front. Man, them things are welcome this time of year. The waters are cooler though here, that's for sure. Ken said if he didn't have to work, he'd be on his way. I understand, sir. Gotta make that money. Gotta make that money. Nope, not too bad. Look at that shoaling there on the right. I'll come back to some questions here in a minute. See that's shoaling right there. That's the kind of stuff you got to be careful of. But again, that's why that temporary marker is there. Every time you see a temporary marker, there's a reason. Try to avoid them. Give them as much berth as you can, or stay away from them as far as you can. shallow over there. That. Trying to get this engine adjusted just right. Give me a maximum amount of speed without any shaking. About the best we're gonna do into this current like this. That's pretty good. We'll take that. Doing about 7. About the best we're gonna get. We're straight into the thing about these areas where there's lots of these little inlets. You just gotta go because the tide changes on you, gets on you, and then it goes with you, and then it gets on you. So there's no way to really make it work perfect. Star, good morning. Jim Hendrickson, good morning, sir. George, he says, can't believe how much I look. I probably didn't come out for it or something, I guess. Michael Kennedy, good morning. Great feed. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Star says we're in Oak Island. Hey, we missed you guys. Sorry to hear that. Oh, George says he looks forward to coming aboard. Awesome. That's cool. Glad to hear that. Star, would love to meet you guys. Well, hopefully we don't get too far away and you can make it. Looks like Carolina Beach will be a good one. I'm sorry, Wrightsville Beach. Okay, extreme limits. Oh, I see what you're saying. You were saying there's a Oceanic. It's a great restaurant to eat. Hope to see you guys in Wrightsville Beach. Okay. All right, I'll check out where that is. Hopefully it's right on the water there, I'm sure. Mike, I hate I'm going to miss you past Southport. So, Mike, we're going to be right there at Southport today and tomorrow morning at, let's see. Let me go on the map. I'm going to tell you where we are. It's right there at Southport. Let's see. This evening and into the morning, and we'll be back and forth from the dock in the morning at Dutchman Creek Boat Ramp. So if you want to come out, we'll shake your hand, say hi. We'll be at Dutchman Creek Boat Ramp. We'll be back and forth from there 3 or 4 times, fueling up. So should be you're right there in the area. If you can make that, that'd be awesome. Good morning. Safe travels from Weatherford, Texas. Is that, excuse me, Marlena? Robert, good morning. Safe travels. Thank you. Harold, loving your journey. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely. It's a two-way street. I appreciate y'all coming along. Makes for some interesting communications back and forth. This is pretty cool. I hope to live stream as much as I can. Sometimes for me, I'm a fairly social person, so sometimes being on the boat gets boring, just hour after hour. So this works out for both of us. We can conversate back and forth. Thank goodness for the chat and all. I'm not sure what that is. Lakin, morning Mike, going Bigfoot searching soon. How about the AMC stock? Let me see what's happening. I haven't looked at it here in the, it's down a little bit. It's down a little bit today. It's not much, it's just up and down, that's normal, but let me see, I hadn't looked at I looked at it earlier, it was up a bit, it's back at 58. That's down a little bit. It popped up to 63, which was good. I imagine we'll get another run this afternoon, yep. So yeah, enjoying that. I need to pay a little more attention to it and start swing trading it a little bit more. Make my money and jump out. I usually sell half on when it tops out around 10:30 or so, and then jump back in when it goes low again. Got to start paying attention a little bit more to that. Thank goodness we got that following wind, and it's blowing as good as it is because it's a little warm. Gotta tell you. Hey Jules, good morning. Love the live stream. Looks like a beautiful day. It absolutely is. Storm blew through last night. Wasn't much of a storm. I think I came out on deck one time to check things. Wasn't bad at all. Weather Channel always plays it up like it's going to be a lot worse than it ends up being. That's pretty common. But yeah, it is a pretty day. Loretta says, get that license, enjoy this fishery. Will do. Looking forward to seeing you catch and cook. All right. So I videoed last night. I didn't catch it, but I went and bought it when I was in Georgetown. I videoed shrimp and grits. Anybody know anything about shrimp and grits? I'm sure y'all do. Some of you do, some in the north may not, since grits ain't such a big thing up there. Down here in the south, it's a staple for sure. I made up some shrimp and grits last night. I'll pop that out probably as a short little standalone video. It's really good. So my next thing, so yeah, we would definitely want to catch, I'm gonna get my license, I want to catch some blue crab, do a little low country boil. I'm gonna do that. I got all the ingredients for that. With the shrimp, I've got about, I probably used half of it yesterday. I'll use half of what I got for, may have to buy some more because I used a good little bit last night. I'm gonna make some shrimp po' boys. Y'all know anything about some good shrimp po' boys? But what I plan on doing is we got Jimmy and when I got Mountain Man Jimmy Reddick and Marty on, we're gonna go to a little restaurant intentionally, order their po' boys, and then try them. I'm gonna see if I can beat their po' boy. So yeah, that's coming. I'll be videoed, of course. Guitar, will you be stopping in Morehead City? Yes, we will. We will stop in Morehead City. We have excuse me, getting a little thing in my throat here. Marty's got a friend there, but yes, we stopping in Morehead City. I usually stop there every time I come down or come by. Rod K, love the spirit in your soul. I'm sitting right next to you, camping cold brew in my hand for breakfast. Okay, sir, thanks so much. Appreciate you coming along, Rod. It's a fun ride. Marlena, we're living in one of our dreams vicariously through you and Marty. Love watching. Well, awesome. That is an awesome deal. Little creek right there. You just see the beach houses over there. Guys, I can't say it enough. Appreciate you coming along. This is a two-way street. It works best when y'all here, and well, that tide is down. Looks like about a 4-foot swing here, 5 maybe. Let's see. Yes, Clyde, Marty's in the lead this morning. He was behind me. So we were on the dock. So I was facing the wind. So I was facing south. We of course wanted to be facing where we thought the wind was coming out of, so the boats get it at the best possible angle. And then, so we had a little L dock or the T dock, whatever you want to call it. And Marty came in behind. It was like a 70-foot dock, so between us both, we ate up every bit of that. And then he was behind me. So then this morning, as you can imagine, the wind was still on our bow. So I released his lines, gave him just a little nudge to the bow, let the wind get him, and it just turned him right around. And then I did what's called a recoverable line. And that's fairly new terminology. Actually, I coined it from the fire department, that's why. But you'll see what I've shot 2 videos now about it, just showing different times of how you do it. And there are other terms for it, but we use it in the fire department whenever we're doing like high angle rescue and you need to tie off to something, but you need to get your line back. So basically, if you can envision, I got the line on the boat and there's a cleat. I untied except for 1/2 of the cleat. Then I tie it back to the boat. A lot of times I'll tie it up to the bridge where I'm at, to the railing, and then so the wind is on you or the current is on you, so it's holding you in place. Then when you get up on the bridge, all you got to do is untie that, whip it off of that cleat, and now you're free from the dock. You can do it single-handed, real easy. I'll show you more examples. You'll see examples of that in my videos. Got some kayakers coming up here. The beach is much closer. There's a little canal here. Show you this on what it looks like so you can kind of get an overhead idea of what we're looking at. Damn, this thing is sometimes a pain in the butt. I guess is how I do it. Y'all see those fingers off here to the left? That's the beach. Let me scan out. You see how close the beach is. That's the beach right there. That's that little, so those little fingers, there's the canal right there, and then those fingers go back in there. Pretty low when the tide drops out. Really nice place. But it cost some bucks to do all that. Kayak's moving along pretty good. I feel like the tide is not on us too much now. Look at these houses. Look at that one with the rooftop viewing area. I'm sure they can see the beach well. Yeah, so I'll tell you a little quick story. And then, damn, I wish I could remember who told me to offer the suggestion to do this. If you're on here, mention it. Mention who you are. Can't remember. I get so many emails, it's hard to remember the people that did it. But, excuse me. Back. So someone said, and I think I'll start doing it, some of these places when it gets a little slow, I'll bring in a story or two from my days at the fire department or the police department. Look at that. That's pretty cool. They made it look like a big boat there on the back. I've seen those like offices and stuff. That's cool. Yep, that is cool. Turn around here, adjust that. That thing is so hard to go back to zoom out again. I don't get it, and it won't zoom out all the way for some reason. But anyways, let's see. What was the story I wanted to? One of the stories I wanted to tell. Thanks for a second. Read a comment. It'll come back to me. Extreme limits. Maybe go to a local bar there. Just hang out, meet people. I love probably go over to the beach because the beach is right there. You don't believe how much we don't see the beach, and it's always right close to us. But we're gonna see more of it in here because in short order we're gonna work away from it. So I'm gonna make a point to go to the beach in a few days. So yeah, that's what the plan is. Good morning, Captain Mike from rainy Wyandotte, Oklahoma. They got a joke. I once worked on a Spanish-speaking cruiser boat just like yours, Mike, and I got lost. Let's see, cruiser boat. Let's see, either that cut that off. Oh, okay, got lost. Let's see, I guess. Tom loved the fishing live feeds. Thanks for sharing your adventure. Thank you, Tom, for coming along. Low rated, the Dutchman Creek bait and tackle is very well stocked. If you want popping corks and local advice, perfect. Thank you. Yep, I do need them. I've noticed that's what everybody's using, and I needed one. I actually slipped out last night, right around the corner to a little inlet. But yeah, I need to get some. I think I've lost mine. I might have one on the boat. So that's good to know. That's good to know. I'll work around there. Low ready, Southport's a beautiful town. While you're in the area, yep, I will ride around. I'll definitely ride around and check it out. John, morning. Looks beautiful out. Yes, it is. Let's see what the temp is. It's not bad in the shade. '83, yep, 83. Let's see when that cold front's supposed to turn back on us, or when the winds change. Say it was Wednesday I seen that. Yeah, about Wednesday it should cool off nicely. Looked like the highs were only in the low 80s. Man, that's gonna be nice. I'm looking forward to that. Back to my screen here. How's the humidity, John asked? It's still up. It's still humid. The AC at night, you wake up in the morning, the windows are pretty, got a lot of dripping on it. Condensation. K. Wilson, Dismal Swamp, absolutely gonna do the Dismal Swamp. Those that don't know what that is, look on the map. We'll live stream through it if there's service out there. I don't know. But probably, my guess is it's going to be spotty in there. But the Dismal Swamp, I can't recall. I think it's about 60 miles or something like that. But there's a little welcome center right in the middle that you can stay halfway. But it's as straight as a freaking arrow, and it is slap out in the middle of a swamp. I'm talking right out in a swamp. So that'll be a cool, interesting deal. Probably most of you have never seen that before. Yeah, that should be a cool live stream if I can stream through it. Chris Williams, 71, watching. Hopefully there will be 71. Are we talking markers? Let me see. Oh no, couldn't have been markers. FYI, green marker 51A is coming up on the starboard side. Lorraine said, respect that ripping tide when you leave out in the morning. Yes, sir, brother. That's why we're going to leave right at slack to just starting to move. And catch that just right. We will not approach that on a really rough tide for sure. I'm pretty familiar with that one. So no, we will not. We shall respect it. Thank you, though. Yeah, that one right there, especially right through there, from my recollection, has to do everything with how fast you're going, what kind of boat. But on boats like this, if the tide's ripping, it can slow you 3 to 4 miles an hour. It can cut your speed in half if you're fighting it. No reason to do that. Catch it just right. And I think, let's see. Let's look at the tide charts, see what we got going tomorrow. See if y'all can see this. Not sure if it's going to show it. Can't see it and look at my camera. Tomorrow, probably can't see it. Tomorrow, low tide at noon, so about 12:30. Y'all probably couldn't see that. About 12:30. We'll start easing out, so we should have limited current, but enough to start pushing us, and then just ease right up, which if I recall, is only like 12 nautical miles to the cut, Snow's cut. I can't remember off the top of my head. John LaGruda says it's been 105 in Northern California this past week. Finally cooling off today. Wow. Wow. Boy, if we had those temperatures down here with the humidity, it would be awful. A few little times in Florida that, fortunately, it doesn't reach that too much. A few little times it hits 100. Yeah, that's bad. We back in the day at the fire department, we had a whole flag system, color system, and when it was the red flag days, it's a big deal, but when the red flag days, if we had a structure fire, it would require you to call in additional help, a lot more additional help. Look at these old boats. Because, and you can imagine the fire gear, the turnout gear, if it's going to protect you from a fire, it obviously holds all the heat in. And I guess they've seen the better days. They ain't going nowhere. Look at that. That was weird. Wonder if anybody knew the last day when they pulled up there and said, you know what I mean? Like, this is the last day. Probably didn't. But anyway, so when you're in that protective gear, turnout gear, another surf boat right there, stay away from that one. I'm surprised they ain't moved that out the waterway. Pretty narrow here. So at the very maximum, 15-minute working time at the very maximum. And I got to tell you, that's why you had to stay in shape so well, because at 15 minutes, yeah, you're done. You're so dehydrated at that time. So the point was, on the red flag days, on them hot days like that, high humidity, whereas say our department would handle a structure fire, you would start calling in multiple departments because you had to have so many people in staging and stage people in and out of the fire if it was anything during the day for any length of time. And I can tell you, whew, it can be rough sometimes. I'll tell you one little story, the worst, or I'll tell you two quick things talking about the heat of the summer. So I started off in a little county called Hardy County, which was south of Polk County, adjoining county. And my buddy Mike got me hired on there. He's now a chief in, I forget the name of the fire district, a little bit in South Florida. But he got me hired on. It was my first job. I was there for 6 months. And we were riding down one of the roads. We're in our little rescue truck. And we looked up. This the heat of the summer day, as hot as it gets. I don't remember the exact temperature, but it was hot. And we seen this column of smoke, and the column went up, and we're looking at it, but we hadn't got the tones yet. And we're like, damn, that looks like a fire, because the fire has a certain color to it. And as we're getting closer and we're looking at it, studying it, we're like, that is a fire. And just as we called in to dispatch, said, Rescue 1 dispatch, there's a column of smoke in town, and they came back, said 10-4, we're taking a structure fire call right now. So we turn on the lights and sirens, take off. So we get there first. We only have, I think, 200-300 gallons of water on there. It was strictly for a quick attack. And me and my buddy, we pull up there. The problem with fires like that, you never know if anybody's inside or not. You gotta go if you don't know. Of course, you look at, adjusting my thing here. Of course, you look at conditions and all, but we got packed up, geared up, and we was going to make an entry, but something told us, I don't remember exactly, that we didn't have to enter. So we basically were just going to try to surround and drown, use our water effectively until the next unit got there. And it took them, because we were so quick, it took them about 7 minutes to get there. And I'm telling you, in that 7 minutes of time, it was the first time in my career that I was ready to lay the hose down. My body was so hot. I mean, I was so close to heat stroke, it was unbelievable. And when you're getting close to that, whenever you get this very strong urge to pee really, really bad, and it's your body trying to off that fluid, that hot fluid, any way that it can. And I gotta tell you, whew, that was a bad one. But the problem was, back then, young, he's slowing down a little bit. Young, full of spunk. You want to keep on pushing at that when you're like that. And it was a mess. It was a mess. We made it through it. We got it. We held the fire in check till the next fire units got there and took over. But that department, we only had 5 people on duty at any time. And if we didn't have volunteers come in, man, it was tough. Smaller agency like that. Small agency. Slowing down so we don't rock these fishermen here. That looks like they got a catch. They're offloading. Packing in their load. Assuming that'll be blue crab. Those smaller little boats. Nope, I don't know that number. right, I'll tell you one more little story along the lines of the heat. Second story, now I'm in Winter. I was in Winter Haven at this time, the department I retired from. We got quite a few people. Uptown Station, we would have 9 people or whatever, something like that. But we got a fire in the middle of the day, just your normal house fire. But one fire in the middle of the day in the summer will do you. I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes, depending on how hot it is, they'd call in the next shift because that shift is so shot from being dehydrated. You can't get the electrolytes. You can put in fluids back, but you can't get the electrolytes in fast enough. So we go to this fire again. I was new, and we get back, we get cleaned up, and I'm already starting to cramp up, like in my legs, my calves. I went and laid down in the bunk, literally. And when I say a bunk, it's like the length of a bed, a little room. You got room to spin your legs around, got a little table there, but that's the size of these little rooms. But I went in there and I laid down, then trying to rehydrate because I was cramping so bad, and I had my feet against the wall, pushing against the wall, trying to pull the cramps out of my calves. And so I laid there probably an hour or so, and I guess the fluid started taking hold. Of course, we were Gatorading and everything, trying to get it back in. And I drifted off to sleep, but it probably wasn't 10 o'clock because it was in the summertime, so it was getting dark around 9. And about 10 o'clock, a second house fire came in. Fire showing through the roof, they said. Holy moly. Already getting up, and there's cramps in my legs. I'm trying to squeeze them out. Rush to the truck, jump into gear. Everybody's amped up again because it's obviously a working structure fire. And we can see it when we pulled out the station. You can see the glow in the night sky. And we get there. Jim Ajak, if he's on here, he was at that call. We got there and we fought it. It was ripping so bad, we just did an exterior fire attack. We didn't go inside. It was confirmed to be a vacant structure. So fortunately we didn't have to go in. But you talking about in bad shape. Now working another 2-3 hours in your gear, hot summer like that. Of course, you have to have the gear on. If you're on the fire ground, anything could happen. When I got back, it took me the whole 2 days of hydrating to get over that. It was terrible. Then I started getting stomach cramps after that one. I probably, in retrospect, should have went to the hospital and got IVs, but you got to realize I was in the early 90s, and people were more, you want to be tough guy. This was just coming off of where some older people used to talk about how they never even wore air packs. So now things are totally different. Man, they got EMS standing by. If you got cramps, they'll load you up, in a heartbeat, take you to the hospital, or definitely start putting IVs in you on the scene. But, yep, summertime in Florida. I imagine those guys up in the Northeast have stories about the fires in the winter. That always is amazing. Look at this cool little ride. Oh yeah, that's cool. Wonder if they're doing a trip in that thing. I wonder. Huh. That'd be interesting to know. So my boy, Mountain Man Jim Reddick, he was a fireman. He'll tell some stories, I'm sure. Off. Slow down a little bit here. All right, let me look at this. Hey Jules, she said y'all, they had a thunderstorm roll through overnight and now it's 66 degrees. That's Michigan weather. I gotta tell you, Jules, I'm looking forward to that up there. Wow. In the summertime, I'll take it. Low Ready, Mayo's a good stop for fresh shrimp. Low Ready, where's Mayo? Mayo is a good stop. Where's that? Is that a city? I don't recognize that. I know there's a Mayo, Florida. Corner Aereo, got a Walt the blank cap. Thanks for the ride. Keep enjoying each mile. I absolutely will. Time for me to go. Free Uber driver. Go be a free Uber driver for the kids. Well, that sounds like a noble thing, brother. Have a good day. Gary, grew up not too far from you. I live in Lenape, Oklahoma. Highway 69 or 169. Chris Turner, did I happen to see the smoked pig? Yes, sir, I did. I think I seen it on Facebook. Did you do a video about it? Richard, good morning from Louisiana. Chris Turner, did you do a vid about it? We need to find a place for July the 4th where we're going to be. Hopefully some good barbecue. Might be a good day to do a meetup somewhere. Might start talking about that when we get a little closer. See if somebody's got a good grill. Do like Chris Turner done for us. Brought his grill out. Made a whole day of it. I'll start looking toward that. Definitely want to be somewhere there's will be some good fireworks to live stream. Todd, good morning, Cap. Good morning to you, Todd. David Hewitt's supposed to get a little cooler weather there in Texas. Sure looking forward to that. I can hear you. I hear that. Here we are in June and we're already wanting this cool weather. I can just only imagine July. But you know, in Florida it's different. I don't know when it y'all tell me what month, say in Michigan, do you start getting your first cooler fronts again? Like what? Because like in Florida, it's freaking terrible through August, September, and usually the 1st of October. It is terrible. Those are the worst months. And you would think, because what happens is the water, especially the salt water, starts getting so hot that getting in the water, going to the beach is just no help. It's not refreshing at all. This is a little inlet here. Looks like let's see what, Lockwood's Folly. Little inlet here. Look how much sand there is, man. I'm ready to start stopping and doing some exploring with the halftime. Yep, definitely not a navigable inlet. See breakers all the way across there. Nice, guys. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, nice looking beach. Nice looking beach. tide just changed on us, working on us now. So Robert in Central Michigan, when and Jules, you would know, I guess. When do you start getting the consistent? Like what month usually you start getting those? Basically, when in the summer, beginning of fall, I guess. When does that start happening up there? Cool little inlets here. The tide should be moving, turning. According to this, we're right at low tide. Right at low tide. In fact, it's starting to go up now. Tide's starting to move in. That Lockwood Folly Inlet. Yeah, that's why it wasn't too terrible here. Still feel like it's moving out though a hair. The way it's got slowed down a little bit. But we're still making over 6, so that's good. Somebody got a cool cross up there on the hill there. So I can remember down here, up near like the Outer Banks out of Elizabeth City, I guess north of Wrightsville Beach and all that. When we were kids, we had a family friend, I guess it was my stepfather's niece, and they lived up here, and the husband had a boat and a Jeep, and we went out fishing with them, floundering, and it was like, I guess it was pretty similar to this, but just, and I'll when I see it, I'll know it. Try to do a little research, figure out where exactly it was. But I know it was these sandy flats, and we would go out and drive way out down to where the water was for low tide, launch the boat, and then go drive the truck and trailer up on a hill. There was dunes everywhere, different dunes, and then go back to the boat, and then as the tide started working back in, we'd start floundering, looking for the flounder. And then eventually, as it got late, everybody's tired, you'd go drive back up to where your boat was, and then depending on what the tide was, put it back on the trailer, and then when the tide receded, then you could drive down and drive out of there. I remember it was an absolute blast for sure. It was a blast. Lockwood Folly. I don't remember that. I know something else about that, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. Looks like we're only about 10 miles, roughly, to where we're going to be today. Oh, I got an engine. I wonder, hopefully that doesn't, I don't lose that. It's acting strange. That starboard engine is jumping. So we don't lose anything here. Not a great place to do that. Notice my tack is bouncing. like just the tack. Looks like just the tack though, because I don't see the oil's not bouncing. I don't want to say I felt it. Hopefully that ain't something, that coil issue ain't solved, or that new wire I put on there. Get out of this tidal area. Have a problem here. It's only 9 foot right here. Maybe nothing, I don't know. Just haven't seen it do that in a while. You got 2 engines and you can move, but boy, it's hard to steer when it does that. Real hard. Jules said they start cooling around September. And this tack is jumping crazy. It settled down a second ago, but its oil don't seem to be jumping though. Questions in a minute. I'm trying to watch this tack for a minute and make sure ain't nothing. See if I get some information, if I know whether it looks electrical or not. It shuts off. Y'all reference to the electrical issue. This may not be anything, but y'all know I ordered a new coil wire and replaced that. I was going to do the ballast resistor too, but because somebody sent me some info about where that is, but if I did that, I wouldn't know which one it was. I wouldn't have known if it solved the problem. I couldn't have said definitively what it is, and if I figure out definitively what it is, I want to be able to make a video about that, so it helps somebody else if there's somebody else that has this same problem. And according to the articles that were sent to me, one was from a company that makes coils, and they said the #1 cause of coils going bad is bad coil wires. That the resistance builds up on the coil wire and it burns out the coil. The coil has to work twice as hard and it burns it out. So sounds very logical. So I ordered new coil wire, put on there. We'll see if that ends up being what it is. Keep you updated. Seems alright. Bruce asked Mike, what are the tentatively to be around the 4th? Woo, Bruce, it's hard to say. right now, bro. It's so many factors in that. Let me see. Let me see if I could halfway. Let me look at the calendar. Not so far out though. Alright, 2 weeks. Somebody mentioned Oriental, North Carolina. It's probably somewhere about that area. But I just can't know until we get a little closer. It's just too far out to be able to say. There's so many factors like what places we stay on, what docks we stay on, for how long. Because North Carolina is an area we're going to slow down a little bit. So we won't move quite as fast as we have through South Carolina. It'll be a little slower. So I'm not really sure. I can only say that effectively about a week out, and then I still don't know. But as we get closer, we'll be doing all the lives, and we'll talk. Anybody that knows any good spots, you know, we definitely won't be boating. We will try to get to where we're going to be like that Friday before that weekend, and we'll probably stay wherever all the way through the weekend. Like I want to play like everybody else, so we will lower that a little bit. So we'll talk more as we get a little closer. We'll see. I just don't know yet. Too far out. Bruce says that our next stop tonight is near just south of Southport. There's a little public boat ramp right there. That's where we're going to be tonight. I'll give a shout out where we are. If anybody happens to be in the area and want to ride by tomorrow morning, we'll be back and forth to the dock. I don't know if it's a good dock. I'll pull good times up to the dock, because it'll be during the week and there won't be any boaters. A few boaters there. That normally works out pretty well. Oh, let me in a little shallower water here. The whole thing looks shallow. Behind Contiki, but it's a little shallow over there. A little more depth to the inland side here. Yeah, that's 9 feet. The marker needs to be moved in some. Says looks like Oriental, North Carolina has a flounder festival going on the 4th. They say the fireworks should be good. They raised $10,000 for it. Cool. Sounds like a cool thing to shoot for. And I know Oriental has some free docks. I know that. Although there might not be the only ones trying to get on those docks. I'm sure of it. Robert says in the daytime it's cooler around October. Okay. Yeah. Actually in Florida, pretty much by the second week in October, third week, fourth week, we start at the hunt camp, which is north of Central Florida. It's up above the Panhandle. It starts getting consistently, you could have 60-degree nights. Daytimes might still be, 80s, mid-80s or something like that. We can start thinking about going hunting anyways. Bats, retired Surface City bridge operator from 1990 to 2009. All right. I probably talked to you back then. Hope to see you in Surf City as a high rise now. Okay. No more bridge operators needed there then. Low Ready Mayo Seafood is near the mouth of that's probably the Palamico Sound, north of Oriental. Okay. Thank you, Reddick. He said lowering that camera a little bit. I guess that towel was getting in the way. It's keeping it nice and shady in here though. Y'all, if y'all enjoy these ride-alongs, hit that like button. We got about 60 riding along. We'd love to get about 60 likes. Kenny, good morning from Fort Worth, Texas. You guys are living the dream. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am loving it. So many days I just sat on the back of the boat. Just study around. When we're underway like this, so many days how cool it is. The changing of the environment. Yeah, it is cool. But you know what? You know how we talk about good times as a state of mind. It is much easier to have a good time out on a boat. No question about that. But you really do got to find the good in where you are, because there's always a lot to be appreciative of. A lot to be appreciative of. It's just if you focus on the good, the bad won't seem so bad. If you focus on the bad, the good won't seem so good. Pretty elementary, really. Yep, good Lord, His blessings have abound for sure. Auto Zero, Mike, can you do a boat tour? Okay, brother, we will do that. So I think I've told y'all, if those don't know, let me just, I think it's already on the list, but I'm going to double check that. So I'm doing, starting July the 1st, I'm doing let's see, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a 30-day live stream challenge where I'm gonna live stream 30 days obviously in a row, and I'm doing ideas, so that is on my list. And so I'll do a live stream. That's a good one to do the live stream with. Probably near about the first part of the month, probably would be a good time to do that. So yes, I will be doing that very soon. 8.7 miles to our final destination. Pretty close to about an hour with what we're running. As long as we don't, let's see, is there any more inlets between here and there? I don't see any more inlets other than whether Cape Fear starts pushing in on us, I don't know. So if so, we should pretty much maintain this speed. pulled that starboard motor up just a little bit to see if that'll level out that bounce. Making 8.5, pretty solid. The GoPro just gave it up. Like, I'm out of here. Done. A real nice houses there. Got a mobile home way up on the sticks. Sprite Zero, folks. No cold beers while we're underway. Can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Wouldn't be prudent. Nice little inlet there, or canal. Like somebody's getting ready to build something right there. Got your corrugated metal, bunch of dock, I guess. Some kind of new dock, something. Inland there says hit that thumbs up button. Travis, good morning from Michigan. Robert, what's happening, buddy? Oh. Harley Gay says it's hot and humid in Tampa Bay. I bet it is, sir. It's definitely cooler here. We've had a few little cool fronts pushed through already while we're up here that we wouldn't have gotten in Tampa for sure. This is the time of year it just sets in and stays, unfortunately. Marlene says, no worries, just be happy and have a good time. That is a fact. That is a fact. Worrying about stuff don't help nothing. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Worrying helps nothing. Absolutely nothing. Robert said he looks outside, looks like it's about to be raining. I love to ride. Please keep doing it all for us. Thanks. Absolutely, Robert. Absolutely will. Yes, it is a good morning. Let me see. Heck, almost noon now. We're getting close. Down, we've got about 8 miles. David says sounds real good, no wind noise. Yeah, we got a following wind. That's why you're not hearing it at all. So it's probably 10 mile an hour, 12 mile an hour, because we're running 8, 9, and I can feel about 2 to 3 on my back, just enough to keep it cool. Buck says, hey, from Indiana, sorry he's late. Hey, you made it. You got here just in time. Bob asks, how's green horseflies? Not existent anymore, bro. That's the way it is when you get near these houses. That's one good thing, I guess. Getting near civilization, they spray for that crap. So I don't know if I've told y'all, but when we were coming up through Georgia, if you look on the ICW, look for a little town called Skidaway. That's where the latest video I dropped is from, Skidaway. Anyways, it's pretty rural from there south, and it was crazy. When we rounded the corner, coming into like Skidaway proper, there's look on the map, you'll see the ICW where it starts really coming up to houses. The flies went from dogging us to nothing. Almost, you can tell they spray, and there must have been a barrier. And when I'm talking to nothing, I'm not exaggerating. Within a half a mile, the flies disappeared. Like, so they must have been spraying heavy out there. They were gone. And then we would have them very intermittently, you know, if we had got near some grass, or we would have a few, but nothing like Georgia. Yeah, nothing like Georgia. Georgia's best, I gotta say, Georgia's best to go out and run on the outside, come back in, like, you know, probably my favorite town in Georgia was Beaufort. Probably my favorite. But yeah, that's best, run on the outside, because if you look at it, how the state dips inward there anyways, and then with all that serpentine and backwater, you lose a lot of time, a lot of fuel. So yeah, that one's best done if you can get out. Salji, if y'all cross Lake Ontario to the Trent Canal, you can buy some Canadian beer. Yeah, we're not going to go that way. The dollars are worth more than there. We're going to turn and go up the Erie Canal this time. My next time up through there, I will probably do that. David, you're the only person who has ever pronounced Marina, my wife's, correctly. Thank you. Well, I hope to keep doing that, David. Buck Rogers, better late than never, I guess. That's a true statement. It's still low tide, y'all. Look at it. There's some muck here, I guess. Bet you'd bury up like quicksand. It's nice though. Monday there's not hardly any boat traffic. Real nice moving. Loving it. Joel said, do you use electric fly swatter? They put it against your arm and push that button. Girl, I ain't scared. Don't even tempt me. I back in the day when I was in police academy training, I was always the first one to volunteer. Sometimes that got me in trouble. But yeah, I was the first one to volunteer to get shot in the back in my group with the taser, which by the way is the stupidest thing I've ever done, for sure. You think you're dying when you get shot with a taser. You're worried about the barbs, that ain't nothing. That 10-second ride, you just think you're dying. You don't think you'll ever stop. But don't tempt me. I'll do that in a heartbeat. I'm about to do that just for fun. I'm about to get a few beers in me first. Yeah, the other thing I volunteered for to get sprayed, and I must have been a little too overzealous. because I seen the video afterwards. The instructor, when he sprayed me with the OC spray, he followed me backwards as I was backing away from it. He followed me, and he probably sprayed me for a good like 10 seconds. And that crap burnt me. Lord have mercy. OC spray is, you feel like, and there's pictures of it if you look it up, but it's like little pieces of glass in your eyes. That's the only best way to describe it. And it will not go away for at about 15-minute mark, you start feeling the first like relief effects, and then it seems like it comes in waves, and then it comes back and freaking jams you again, and then it starts easing off. But you can't get the water fast enough, I can tell you that. Good thing about being sprayed as an officer is then you know how bad it hurts on somebody that you have to spray. And what's crazy is these people that are high on drugs and walk right through it, they don't even feel it. It's crazy. It's crazy they walk through it. It's hard to believe. Got a little creek coming out here. I found out those are the spots to be fishing right at low tide. Some condensed little areas. You could throw the net right there. Next one I see, that's what I thought it was going to drop out faster last night, right across from the Marina where I was, but it was late before it did. Yeah, that little spot right there, stacked up. Little bait fish all be stacked up right there. Bigger fish trying to get down. That's pretty cool. Tide's still rushing out. That's good. We might make it before chain turns on us. Hopefully we can keep it behind us. We're down about 7 miles. Got 7 pretty straight miles. You can see way down the inlet. Down that. That's great. That's cool. We'll make some time. Jill said you and Marty can have a swatter fight. I ain't got one. He's got one. I've been looking for one. Probably could have some fun with that. Moment. If I put my computer down, I think I did. Pretty sure I did. Gary, what's the depth? Running about 10, Gary. About 10 solid. Let's see. Obviously, you see how fast it gets shallow over there. I need to get a camera with that screen, and then y'all can help watch my depth. That way, when I'm running my mouth, I don't run into a sandbar. Tide swing's definitely much bigger here, though. Hold on. work at Harbor Freight, Jules? Mountain Man Jim Reddick. We're going to tell that story. We got to tell that story when you get online, when you get on board. That'd be a good one. Y'all remind us about the story of how Mountain Man Jim Reddick got sprayed, and it was not my fault. Gary, still going out? Yeah. Thank goodness. So then we should get about at least, what, 20, 30 minutes of slack, which would be awesome. We're running about almost 9 now. So we should make it before it turns on us. Bob says June 24th, full moon. Watch for that low tide. All right, I will do that. Ken, you got to be one of them train horns and blast them boats so they patch you like that. Yeah. Let's see how my horn's feeling today. Ooh, something. Feeling kind of weak. God dang it. The rubber thing came off. Oh, something's in there. Must have got water in there last night when I'm blowing rain. Have to work on that. Another thing added to the list. Although I do have a backup horn. Yeah, I like that one. I didn't know it till I heard it right behind me. I always worry about I'm usually leading, so I've had twice I've lost a kayak. So having Marty behind me, I done got used to him watching them kayaks. Although I got double lines on my on halftime now, help prevent that. Hey Mike, now we're prepared to do the trip, but between gas and all the other expenses that come along, it could be a little pricey. You have a GoFundMe? No sir, unfortunately I don't have a GoFundMe, but I think I got a PayPal link. I think that's the only one I got. I have some merchandise, anybody wants to help out. We have some merchandise on my website, michaeljsteen.com. The biggest help is purchasing a mug from the Mug Club. You get some special stuff there. That's probably the best way to help support is through the Mug Club. And then I do have a PayPal link though that anybody that wants to help out. And I'll tell you, I am going to do, starting to look for a few little sponsors here and there. So anybody's got any kind of internet business, that's always a good. My next big investment is to get an auto steering. And I'm going to try to reach out and get some, I'm going to name it whoever, if I can get a sponsor, it's going to be named that. So let's just say Good Times sponsored it. Every time I refer to it, I'll refer to it as the Good Times Helm or whatever. I'll come up with the name for it so that they get lots of, hopefully they get a lot of good feedback from the sponsorship. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that helps. It is expensive. I'm mostly doing this on a fireman's salary, other than what money I saved obviously from my cabinet business, but it definitely dwindles. We get a mile to the gallon, So you can do the math on what that's costing. I usually fill up to the tune about, mainly because we're only filling usually half. We don't try to get too less than half. It's usually around a couple $100 to fill up, the top off, and then we move. But if you were filling up, it'd be probably around 400 plus, and we do that by jerry cans to save that cost. So FYI, that'll be a live stream in that July thing. That July, starting July the 1st, I'm gonna do 30-day live stream challenge, so you get to follow along. Load ready. Do you have a depth alarm? Yes, it's set. It's set. It normally doesn't go off. On mine, if I'm at 4 is where I stop, which is really 5, because my sounder is 1 foot below the water line inside the hull. Adventures of happy hours. Nice to see. Still feel like I'm on the water and back to work. Well, thanks for coming along, brother. Y'all want to see some good boat adventures up there in New York? Y'all check out Tommy on Adventures of Happy Hours. Him and his wife go out on the Hudson, all kind of places up there. You can check that out. Tommy's made a video for us. Actually, you can look at his playlist, helping us out with places to stay and what have you. Kenny Robinson, is your new book on audio yet? No, sir, it's not. It's very expensive to do. Wow, whatever, you know. It's not cheap, let's put it that way. My first book is, I'll be soon doing something with that to try to raise money to get that on audio, but I sell way more books than I do audio versions, though I love the audio versions. I just downloaded another book last night on Audible. So I listen to audio books. I don't really read books, but I listen to a lot. So no, as of yet, I do not have that in audio. Yeah. Jules says she raised boys always up to some mischief. Have to hold your own. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shoot, I was probably up to more mischief than my kids were. They got it now. They do the grandkids now from that. Anthonyville and Mike's Mug Club, yep. Tom says he kayaks this area and it gets shallow fast. I bet. I'm still running a solid 12. We're down to 5.3 miles. Very nice. Very nice. We should be there according to this at 12:42. It's about 12 o'clock now. We'll get there, put down the hook, and then it's nice to come in at low tide at your anchorage, because then you know the water is just going to raise up below you. We try not to anchor at low tide or at high tide, because that's where you get in trouble. If you anchor at low tide, normally you're good to go. Except if you're in a really big swing and it pulls you up off the bottom, which has happened a few times actually. Nice little homes there. That tree finally just fell over, gave up the ghost. Probably get a little source of fishing at high tide. Heard the fish get up in there. Like a mooring ball, but it's pretty shallow. Got it, Tommy. Always trying to help out, man. You know what I say, you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. That's a true statement. Zig Ziglar coined that one years ago, and it's so true. The more you help other people, the more help you get. I was excited the other day to help Scott Hollywood Outdoors on our Live at 5 to push him over that 1,000 mark. That was a pretty cool thing to be a part of, helping him finally get into money a little bit. And Scott, I think Scott said he had 100+ videos or something. It's crazy. Finally in the money now. He can do some lives and what have you. I think I'll probably try to be on one of his first lives and super chatting. I know people help me with those, and I like to put in for it. So y'all, I was thinking last night how YouTube has changed, so, you know, pretty much changed the world. I don't know about y'all, but I don't watch TV anymore at all, obviously. The only thing I'll do is I'll search when I get into an area to hear the local news, just because I'm pretty much, when I'm home, I'm a news junkie. I like to pay attention to what's going on in the world. It's harder when you're out here, less stress for sure. The tide's still flowing out right there, so it's still moving this way a little bit. Yeah, but so I was thinking, you know how we have, or how they have all the awards for movies and awards for TV shows? Why don't they have awards for YouTube? Like, you know, it could be just like they do all these award shows. It would obviously be done virtual, but have all kind of like the music awards, kind of, I guess, where you show some of the best videos that year and who's the newest, coolest, you know, videos out, who's the up-and-comers. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen it, unless anybody that's aware of that, if there is anything like that. Somebody should start it, I'm just saying. It'd be big. St. James Marina. It's like a nice little spot to pop in. Totally protected. So that's probably like the condominiums, where you get a dock with your condominium. Yeah, you know, I'm sure y'all have experienced it too. Heaven forbid anything happens to me, but I'm a little different with obviously me and Marty, so Marty would tell you what happened. But what about some of these channels that don't have, you know, I'm sure they got friends channels, I guess. But if something was to happen to you and you just gone, one day you're not posting anymore. You know, where there's no clearinghouse to know what happened to those to the YouTubers. Think about it. Middle 10, don't forget it's Amazon Prime Day. Does that mean they charging us today, or just some good discounts? Ken, you got it, buddy. You need to trademark it. YouTube Creator Awards, absolutely, absolutely. You'd obviously always show in those awards. You could do, you know, you're going to show all the big guys, but because they obviously do good content, and but then you'd show a lot of the newer up and coming people, and just, you know, I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know why somebody doesn't do it. Ken, that's $1 million idea, dude. You need to jump on it. No more working then. Okay. Middle Tennessee Pyro says best deals of the year. I need to look. I need a few little boat things, not too much. So y'all know, let me write it down. That's a good one to do a live stream on. Let me write it down before I forget it. Reference to that. All right, I need to do one of these. So y'all know, a lot of people don't know, but some do who use them. The Amazon Prime box drop-off locations or pickups. They're Amazon hubs, they're called. I think is what Amazon calls them. But that's how I get a lot of stuff here on the boat, is when I get to that, when I see I'm close to a city that's coming up, because from the time it's delivered in the box, you got 3 days to pick it up. And those Amazon hubs are everywhere. Now they're getting to be everywhere. It's the coolest boating thing that there is, where you just put in your order. It tells you, of course, y'all know how Amazon tells you when it's going to deliver, and then it sends you an alert when it's delivered with the code, and you just go up there and punch the code, and the door opens and you get your thing, whatever it is you've ordered. So that's how I got, just the other day, I got that coil wire. I ordered it to Charleston, where I knew we'd be, and then just went out and picked it up. So I try to order everything through Amazon, really, for that reason. You don't have to worry about, I have ordered some stuff and had it sent to Marina's, but then the problem with that is you worry about it getting taken, but the security in them Amazon Prime boxes are great. You don't have to even worry about it. So for cruisers, that's the way to get stuff. And of course, Amazon almost always has the best price. So Ken Lanier must have searched it. They already have it. Really? Hadn't heard of it. Need to check that out. Seems well. Dutchman Creek Park. No breakfast. Everything sounded good below. Carlos, good afternoon. Ken and Lanier, apparently they do annual YouTube banana boat. Dude, I'm looking for like a big banana, like a pillar. I'm gonna pat that sucker up in the windshield. Help keep from getting all them leg cramps, losing potassium. About 8 feet. Running about 8 feet. And some pretty elaborate docking there. Docks. That's a subdivision back there. Uh-oh, boat down. One under the water. Isn't it? Looks like it. Or is it? Oh no, it's probably a fish tank. Like a boat. Fish tank.
Roger that. Sorry about that.
3 miles to go, people. 11:15, about 30 minutes. I think we're close enough. We're about tied on us again. I think we're good. Mike Marino, I believe it, sir. No doubt about it. Loving it. Loving it. Like getting a little deeper. That's good, a little wider. Definitely not a lot of anchor opportunities through here. I don't think I've seen any that would have. Yeah, that one little river, a couple of them inlets I guess we passed probably could have went up river. We'd have got caught by storm or something, but this is getting wide enough you could anchor if you had to. But y'all will see this one is a little river or creek, I should say, off the ICW. So we shouldn't even get any boat swell or any waves. And it's pretty protected almost all the way around. So that little bit of wind, it's really offshore. I haven't noticed it much in here at all. It's like a little it's like a front boat. I'm sure it's not inside. Probably a crab pot boat. tallest big looking boat I've ever seen, I think. Oh, that is a shrimper. That right there is a little shrimper. Wow. Y'all check out my latest video drop if you want to see how a shrimper works. It's pretty cool. I had been trying to get on a shrimp boat for this so far. The whole trip I'd been trying to get on it, and one of the subscribers reached out to me to captain on the boat. And what I'm going to do is I'll probably tell y'all tomorrow. I'm going to set up to do a live at 5 call in where that captain can call in. So y'all check out the video. That way if you have any questions, he'll do a call in. We'll do a live call in, and you can ask him any questions. But I might save it. Depends. I'll see what the views are on it. Might save it to Saturday coming, maybe, or tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Because we should be in a real easy spot tomorrow too. So I guess I have to touch base with him and see when he can call in. But we'll do a live at 5 on that. Also, somebody, is it, I'm trying to remember, is it BA? Who's the local captain up here? You've been commenting quite a bit. If you're interested to do a little call in, maybe Saturday, talk about fishing in the area, that'd be kind of cool. Hit me up if you are. This man says he always wanted to be a captain of his own shrimp boat. They're pretty cool, man. I tell you, that's a cool deal. I thoroughly enjoyed myself going out. You imagine just going out dragging up money? That's basically what they're doing. Now, of course, the challenge is, I think I can. See, I thought I could take that down, but not yet. Yeah, the challenge obviously is getting out, and the weather's bad, but maybe they can shrimp in the rivers up here. I don't know. Down Tampa Bay, you can. If you're having them captains on here, can you shrimp up here in the rivers? I don't know. Gary, me and Grout are landlocked in Oklahoma. We're living out our dreams. But you and Marlo traveling the Great Loop. Well, glad to hear it, buddy. Glad you're coming along. If y'all have any ideas, y'all shoot me emails, things you want to see, at mike@michaeljsteen.com. One of the things I do, y'all don't realize this, obviously, but every time I meet a subscriber that moves us to our truck, I'm always touching base with them, asking what they like about the lives, and I always say, what do you dislike about the lives? About the biggest dislike I get, and I understand it. Let me take this down. About the only dislike I get is the audio quality. Should I get it? Then sometimes I can't control it, but anybody, when you have suggestions, of course you can say it on here, or if you want to go into details, send me and shoot me an email. Tommy on Ventures of Happy Hour is looking to get my official captain's license for some retirement side jobs. Absolutely. Are you talking about there when you're in Florida, when you move to Florida, or do it up north? Sea school, they got definitely got some sea schools, some good spots there in St. Petersburg, but they all from, I know y'all hours talking about moving down near, I think, Fort Myers, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they got plenty of C schools around there. Sure do learn a lot, that's for sure. To me, though, the best captains are the ones like yourself you've owned a boat for a long time, so you already understand the basics, and you're going in there with a decent amount of knowledge, just the general stuff. In our class, and there is in every one of them, there was a lot of young people. They'd hardly never even driven a boat from their talking, but telling me something to think about. Just to get ahead of it, you can go ahead and download the forms, but you got to document your trips, your driving time on the water, and so you could do it. Start doing it now. It'll be a lot easier. Maybe you already are, but and they're very liberal with it. So you can go, if you go out for a day, you're pretty much going to get 8 hours of documentation out of it. Obviously, the boat has to be either one that a captain signs off on, or you have ownership of it yourself. So definitely want to be documenting. Now's probably a good time to do that. Pass. Looks like a pretty serious work yard. That's an awesome way to build up your time too, because you got to have both inland and offshore. Mike Marina says, imagine if I was dragging that shrimp net behind me the whole time. Boy, go ahead, sir.
Want to take the lead and show us into this anchorage?
Did you see it on there? You're welcome to, but I'll take it if you don't.
I'll follow you in.
Let's see where our little anchorage is. We're already pretty close to it, I think. Oh yeah, I had it overshot. I'd overshot it. So yeah, we're coming in already. Cool deal. I like it. Alright guys, we'll drop the hook up here. I'll give you a shout here in just a second. Let's see what it is. marker number 9. Oh, we are just south of Southport, only by a couple of miles. Right at the Cape Fear River, or maybe 3-4 miles. I'll tell you exactly later. But we're real close to the Cape Fear River, Southport. If I had to guess, that's Southport. You can see off in the distance in the river. We're getting ready to anchor. We got a little spot picked out here. We're going to anchor. As we get past this marina, looks like it turns in, the cut turns in right up here. But it's a good time to be anchoring. Dutchman boat. Dutchman Park boat ramp will be just west of where we're going to anchor. Should be some, should be able to follow. This boat looks like that's actually it right to your port.
Yeah, I wish I had a turn signal for these fellas. He had like 3.5 feet there for a second. Reading 5 here.
Looks like the deeper channels to the right side, right here at the point.
Still at 5 foot here.
That should be good all the way in, I think. Oh, it's pretty cool looking. Got some sandy beach areas here. We should be good for walking the dogs in. I got a good 4.5 here in the middle. What you at?
5.
Cool.
The water got a deeper color.
Yep. Looks very well protected in here.
Roger, I heard it was about 6 foot deep in this little cove, which means, you know, we're going to have a great scope.
Yep. Beautiful area, guys. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. It's nice and green in here. Looks like some good sandy beach areas to check out. Little island right here. Have to get on the maps and see what all the around the area.
Review on Navigational set to go 3/4 of the way to the boat ramp and then turn back into it.
Yep, copy that. They also said there was some wrecks, but they looked like they had cleared them out.
Yep, looks vacant.
Looks pretty deep. Looks like the water has a much better blue color to it. We've been noticing that it's getting a little bluer. You're definitely used to that down in Florida. Yeah, this is a great little anchorage right here, guys. This would be nice. Probe that boat ramp later. See if we can get up right up to it. If not, we'll dinghy fuel, no problem. I always prefer to pull right up to the dock though, it's a lot easier. Looking like a good 5 feet here. It's pretty nice. 4.5, 5. It's obvious you can see that shallow area right there.
It drops to 4 over here occasionally.
Yeah, you can obviously see that point coming out.
Bounces around and back to 7.
Hear that osprey? Love that sound. Man, I don't think you can ask for much better than this. I'm seeing 3, which is really 4. Kill.
The ground. Pretty good.
on to check make sure we're not dragging. I just set my that shouldn't be moving at all. Just be swinging. So we have a little rule. We just set your hand before you put the motors on. That way you're you know if you move a little bit, you still got your motors running. So moters are strange about when they're running warm, about wanting to crank right back up. Right, while we're setting and making sure anchor's holding, I'll check a few more. Dutchman's boat ramp or dock is right there. Right there. Yep, we know lovely jewels. Looks like a nice spot, yep. Serene and fairly private, yeah. Certainly on a Monday, like you could bet on the weekend this would be. But I think we're going to actually be able to get back in there. See, notice how there was a little bit of wind here, and then we'll just have to leave on the right tide. I seen boats anchored back there though, so I'm pretty sure put a couple more feet under us and we'll be able to ease it. And I think you need to go more towards the right here to go in. But we'll use the dinghy to probe it. Can y'all see that? Go up there and see. downstairs. One of the things I like to do go ahead and kill these engines so I don't suck up no mud. One of the things I like to do though, y'all check out my coolies every time we stop. Just got this one. Every time we stop I get a koozie, and this thing's supposed to be hanging up there. So I'm keeping up with all my koozies. Different places, but I'll get down here. See what we got going on in there. Of course, I got the solar panel, so this has been cooking the whole time we've been underway. Got the baby llamas going with the, see, oh yeah, it's starting coming apart now. Big old smoked turkey leg. Yeah, that's gonna be good right there. Got that going on. Tap back on there and let that cook. Alright, guys. Alright, man. We're going to leave y'all with it. Y'all have a good day. We're in the spot we're going to be in for till tomorrow. Like it. Like it. Waiting on my boy Mountain Man Jim Reddick. Pick him up right over there at the boat dock. We'll probably be fueling there tomorrow. So if anybody's in the area, stop by. We'll be in and out of there, I'm sure. And yeah, come tomorrow. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it up there. Y'all seen that bend.